Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
We start off with Lloyd and Grimm still practicing magic, while Silpha has Pazuzu pinned down. He starts laughing and then breathes out some weird purple gas. The purple gas weakens Prince Albert and Silpha both. Afterward, Pazuzu stands up and grows some wings. He then punches Silpha far into the nearby lake. He explains that anyone who inhales his miasma of domination become weakened. I have a feeling that someone is going to use that ability in a doujin one day. Despite taking a huge hit, Silpha doesn't miss a beat and insults Pazuzu again. He gets pissed off and attempts to attack her again, but Tao blocks his attack just in time. After the opening, Tao shows some concern for Silpha, who is obviously severely wounded. She tells Tao that she's fine, but then she coughs up blood. Pazuzu is impressed with Silpha's resilience to the miasma, but he knew that it could only last so long. Tao, however, seems to be unaffected by the miasma. He appears behind her, but Tao retaliates quickly by kicking him, as if she were Chun-Li.
Hello, ma'am. Usually I assault people who even kind of look at me weird, but your legs make my brain go awooga. Would you like to
However, it barely scathes Pazuzu. He wraps his tail around her leg and strikes her back. Ouch! That's gotta hurt. I may have missed this initially, but apparently the gas can transform people into Pazuzu's minion. I don't quite understand it, but whatever. Tao's breathing technique gets disrupted, which causes her to inhale some of the miasma. Pazuzu mocks Tao and claims that she secretly wants to become his minion. But before this can be turned into the plot of an NTR doujin starring an ugly bastard, Tao gives Pazuzu the smackdown while claiming that she could never abandon a hottie in need. I guess she's referring to Lloyd, but she doesn't know that he was actually Robert, right? She blasts him with a new move called Thunder Quake Pulse. She lost her composure for a second and needs to gain control of her breathing. But before she can do that, a monster appears behind Tao and traps her within its mouth. It would seem like Pazuzu's monsters have regenerated. Then he gets ready to breathe out more of that miasma which envelopes Tao. Just when it seems like she's about to lose her mind, which I still don't really get, because I was under the impression the miasma just weakens you, but whatever. Just before she loses her mind, she recognizes Lloyd's presence. Insulting her determination to see Robert again, Pazuzu folds his arms and spits on the ground, mocking Tao as she is gobbled up by the monster. What is Lloyd doing about all of this? Why, he and Grimm are splashing in the water like little kids. Oh, how cute! Also look at Lloyd's feet. Hell yeah. What the hell are you staring at? I'm not a pervert, you are. Lloyd assumes that Pazuzu used the miasma to get the bearwolves to obey him. He assumes correctly, because Pazuzu confirms it while laughing like a dumbass.
You're a stupid man! A stupid man!
Ow! You're hurting me!
Pazuzu is shocked to see that Lloyd is unaffected by the miasma.
You're a stupid man!
He also asks how Grimm fell so low that he has to serve under a human. Grimm was going to offer him some advice, but since he was being an asshole, he tells him to go fuck his mom instead.
You're a stupid man!
Lloyd thinks this is a great opportunity to test his newly learnt mana transmutation ability. Lloyd purifies all of the bearwolves as well as the other monsters that were under Pazuzu's control. Lloyd tells the one that swallowed Tao to spit her out. It obeys him, and out comes Tao, who is fully naked.
You're hot!
She's so beautiful, even if she's covered in monster fluid. Pazuzu tries to turn the field of flowers that Lloyd created back into his nasty swamp area, but the animals that he used to control all attack Pazuzu, because they remember that he killed their parents. Pazuzu retaliates by repeatedly stomping on the beasts out of frustration. I'm sure we are all eagerly awaiting his slow and painful demise. Lloyd and Grimm speak about how a demon has never been killed with magic before, which intrigues Lloyd.
なかなか死なないだけなのか。だとしたら、どのくらい死なないのか。
He wants to test this out on Pazuzu to see how much power it would take to kill one. Lloyd is incredibly excited he finally gets to let loose since he's always restraining his mana, which he tells Grimm is a lot of work. His mana manifests itself into a malevolent aura that takes the shape of a demon much scarier than Pazuzu. Look at how disturbing it is. One thing is for sure, after seeing this, Lloyd won't be the bottom in a relationship. This is it. This is the face we all saw before we got pregnant. Lloyd activates barrier magic in rapid succession. Pazuzu realizes that to Lloyd he's not fighting him, but rather he's trying to put him in a cage. With extremely powerful barrier spells chasing the nasty demon all over the place, it's getting stressful for Pazuzu. Pazuzu is already trapped in the spell called Dimensional Enclosure. Pazuzu starts bargaining with Lloyd, offering him money and women. But Lloyd continues his incantation, which consists of the strongest elemental magic in the world, and he sustains it for quite a long time.
ことがない。だからワンチャン死んじゃうかも。
消滅炎が、烈空乱が、進撃眼が、大腸海が。
Thus creating this beautiful laser light show.
頑張ってよ。
Afterward, Pazuzu begins to fade away. Grimm offers some peace of mind to Pazuzu before he dies, and offers to take his ambition, which will eventually help him to get his revenge on Lloyd. Meanwhile, the feet. I mean, Lloyd's bare feet. Wait, no. I mean Lloyd's beautiful toes. Oh god, what's wrong with me?
あいつの周りに集まるんだろうな。
As everyone begins to wake up, Lloyd thinks of an excuse and claims that a sorcerer named Robert saved everyone, which gets Tao hyped up. During the halftime segment, we can see some fangirls cheering on Prince Albert. One of the girls asks who the little boy riding with him is. Another girl tells her that it's Prince Lloyd, and she says that he's cute, but not as attractive as Prince Albert. This causes Silpha to normalize her animation style through pure rage. It seems like any subtle bit of criticism towards Lloyd is a death sentence for any of us. Is that a JoJo reference? When they return, Albert explains to the king that Robert and Tao have left the party. Albert suggests to the king that Lloyd should be considered for the royal succession. Not that he intends to go easy on Lloyd, he just wants him to have a chance because he knows how talented he is, especially after forging those magical enhanced swords. The king offers Lloyd an opportunity to compete for the crown, and
謹んでお断りします。
Lloyd says, "Nah, I'm good, bro." We cut to Lloyd playing in the castle courtyard when suddenly one of the bear wolves that he saved tackles him playfully. The bear wolf snuggles Lloyd, sits on top of him, and starts licking his face. What I wouldn't give to be that bear wolf right now. Lloyd praises the animal and starts petting him, which seems to make Grimm a bit jealous, so he fluffs up his own fur. Lloyd starts petting Grimm as well, which seems to make Grimm happy. I'm starting to think that revenge is the last thing on his mind now. Lloyd names the bear wolf Shiro because of his white fur. He continues playing with Shiro while the king and Prince Albert look down and appreciate his modesty. Albert claims that being the king might be to minor a role for Lloyd. The implications of that sentence could mean that Lloyd could end up becoming some sort of godlike figure in the future. Or maybe I'm just full of shit. We end the episode with the king saying Lloyd's full name, Lloyd De Saloom. And that's a wrap, everybody. Stay tuned for episode 6 coming really soon. Later, guys.
Awooga.